Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Online Wealth Breakthrough Experience. So, today is day 3 of 5 days to activate wealth, play bigger, and build a business that loves you back, right? So far, we've created a vision. We covered the importance of having the right systems and automation. And we talked about how leveraged income sets you up for time, flexibility, and it allows you to scale your income, right? And then we also talked about a little bit of the mindset shifts that create success. So I hope you're getting a lot of value here and you're ready to dive deeper into what creates success. So who here would like to create more money? Yeah? Today we're going to cover money mindset. It's really fun. And who would like to stop self-sabotage? Oh, I've been there. So if I shared some of my favorite tools today to become confident, consistent, and unstoppable, would that be valuable to you? Yeah, type value in the comments if you feel that that would really be valuable to you. And remember, you are spending precious time, and time is the most valuable resource. We never get it back. So if you're taking the time to watch this video, let's make it count. Yes? Okay. So how do we make it count? We're going to follow the agreements that we have. I'll bring my all. I'm going to try to keep it within 20 minutes, but today, because I'm introducing a really powerful tool, it might go over. I want you to show up for yourself. Energy flows where attention goes. And participate in the chat or communicate your takeaways with the person that you invited here. Yes? Okay. Last thing, don't forget your home play. Okay, so let's dive into today's presentation. Okay, so money mindset and subconscious programming. This is my favorite day because it's where the real transformation starts to take root. So why do so many people manifest money just by doing money mindset work? Now, I don't mean you do money mindset work and then you go and execute and a few months later you make money. I mean immediately, out of nowhere, magical kind of money, right? It's because money is energy. Money is energy. Who's heard that before? Many people think that money's more of a thing, right? It's either cash that you can hold in your hands or it's numbers in your bank account. But would you like me to demonstrate to you how the real identity of money is energy? Okay, so really quickly, I just want you to close your eyes. Imagine that you just won the lottery. Do you already have a smile on your face? Yeah. You hit the jackpot. You have all the money you need to get anything you want. You'll have enough for your family and friends. You'll have enough to give to any cause that you believe in. And you'll get to do anything that your heart desires from this day forward. Yeah, I just want you to notice how you feel. Now we're going to shift our attention to imagining that you have $3 left in your bank account. Your bills are due. There's nothing in the fridge except maybe like ketchup and baking soda. And then your payday isn't coming up for another 2 weeks. Ugh, how do you feel now? Ooh, yuck, right? Like, do you feel a difference in energy? You probably felt a relief or an expansion or excitement when you thought about having enough money. Yes? Oh, you can open your eyes, by the way. And when you thought of lack of money, you probably felt a contraction, a hardening, a feeling of darkness, right? So money is energy. It moves within our body. Just the thought of money creates such a visceral response in our body. So if money is energy and energy flows where attention goes, would you want to be putting your attention on the lack of money, how hard it is to make and keep it, and all the ways in which it eluded you in the past? Or would you want to put your attention on feeling secure, abundant, and having fun making more money? Okay, so that might sound good for some of you, but then some of you are thinking like, when you hear me talk about making money in your sleep, having fun, it being easy, is there a part of you that says, oh, this sounds like a scam. I've heard this before, or yeah, right. Or maybe for you might be easy, but not for me, right? Like this is the way in which our mind acts up. And why does it do that? It's because the limiting beliefs around money are deeply ingrained in your mind. They're in your subconscious. So here are some examples. You might not be able to read them because the print is really small, but there's a lot. So I wanted to fit it in here. So money is the root of all evil. This is a really common one. You need money to make money. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. I'm not smart enough to make a lot of money. If I succeed, others will resent me. Money corrupts. Making money takes hard work. The rich are greedy and selfish. Here's another one. Easy come, easy go, right? I won't be able to handle the responsibility of making a lot of money. There's not enough to go around for everyone. I'm too young or too old to be successful at making money. If I made money, I'd just lose it all. I won't be available to my loved ones if I make a lot of money, or I'd be taking advantage of others, right? So these are all different variations of limiting mindsets. And you might even say that these aren't just like limiting beliefs, that they're real, that they're experiences that you've actually had. Yes, I get it. Your experiences are absolutely valid. I've experienced a lot. I've had to work hard for money. I've had a lot of responsibilities, and I feel like I wasn't available to my kids. I made money, and immediately I was getting bills out of nowhere, right? So these are all things that can happen. And I'm telling you, the way that we think and feel absolutely shapes our experiences. When I had those experiences happen to me, I had to dig down deeper and see what else I believed about money. When we believe any of these limiting statements, we actually avoid making money easily and keeping it. So if we want our reality to shift, we need to shift our inner world. So here are some wonderful ways to move from lack to abundance. Gratitude and appreciation. That's one of the quickest, easiest ways to shift your energy. By putting focus on what you do have and feeling grateful, you shift where your energy flows. Yes? You can reprogram your beliefs. I'm going to come back to this one. You can create a relationship with money. What? A relationship? Yes. Since money is energy, you can be in relationship with money. So I want you to think of how you talk about money. Do you ever say like, oh, I never have enough. It's never around. It comes too late. Money's elusive. Or it's for other people, not for me, right? So imagine this for a moment. If you were in a relationship, how well would it go if you talk to your partner in the way that you talk about money? You never come around. You're not enough. You're for other people, not for me. All right. Oh my gosh. How long would your partner want to stick around for that? So you want to create a new relationship with money, and you can even talk to money. Ready? This is what it sounds like when you want to talk to money. Money, I'm so grateful for how you provide the things that I need. Look at this roof over my head. Thank you, thank you, thank you for turning into all these services like water and electricity, the phone that I can have a conversation with people. I get to connect with people. I get to go out and eat at the restaurants and go to movies. Thank you, thank you, thank you for these clothes, right? Thank you, money. So that's how we want to start to talk to money. Another way to do this is to spend more time with people who have abundance. I guarantee you, if you're around people who have abundance and value aligned abundance, the type of conversation that you're going to be around is very different from the type of conversation that happens amongst people who are in lack. It's all about expansion, and that puts us into joy, playfulness, and curiosity. Okay, but what if all the affirmations, the mind reframes, the attitude shifts, and grateful exercises don't really shift anything? And what if you still feel like you're lying to yourself when you say affirmations, saying like money comes to me easily, and inside of your mind is like, yeah, right? If that's happening to you, I can totally relate, and it's absolutely natural. And it's time to say hello to your subconscious. The real problem isn't about not doing enough mindset work. It's in the subconscious. Our subconscious controls 95% of the things that we do. And does anyone know what the language of subconscious is? If you know it, please put it in the chat. If not, I'm going to tell you right now. The language of the subconscious is the emotions Our emotions are how our subconscious communicates to us. So you could say that the real problem in shifting your money mindset successfully is in the unprocessed emotions. Let's take this example. Let's say you've been working on your mindset, you've been doing positive thinking, you read inspiring books, you listen to personal development videos, and then you're starting a business and you're excited. You start taking steps towards your financial freedom until something happens that distracts you or it throws you off and upsets you. Maybe you get tired or bored, and before you know it, your hand reaches for the remote and you're watching Netflix. And you know you should be working on your business, but you put it off. Who can relate here, right? Now, your mindset was actually in the right place. You were all motivated. You knew what you should be doing. And for a few weeks, you used your willpower to stay on course. But guess what willpower is? It's the 5%. It's not the 95%. So eventually, it was your emotions that got the best of you. And sometimes it's super subtle, even though you may not have noticed it at the time. You're like, I didn't really have an emotion. I was just bored. Well, that's part of it. If you actually pay attention, you'll know there's something that triggered a negative emotion in the form of resistance, right? There's resistance that got in our way. So no matter how strong your mindset is, and you might hang in there through the 5% willpower for a period, the unprocessed emotions will always win and cause self-sabotage, procrastination, and stuckness. So the good and the bad news is emotions win over mindset every single time. It's bad news because it's invisible. And often when your emotions have got the best of you, the last thing you feel like doing is working on your emotions. But the good news is there are simple and effective tools that release the emotions that are stuck so that you don't get triggered the same way that you did before, and you get to prevent any emotions from derailing you. So with these tools, we can use emotions to talk to the subconscious and reprogram it. When you think reprogramming your subconscious, you might think about like hypnotherapy or subliminal recordings. So these modalities might be helpful to some, but personally, I never saw real change from it. The most effective tools for reprogramming are feeling your emotions fully without judgment to process them. It's called somatic work. Body-focused activities that soothe the nervous system. And linking pleasure to successful actions such as celebrating and giving yourself a healthy reward. So today, I'm going to introduce to you what's called tapping. Some of you might have heard of it, but it's one of the most effective tools I've used in releasing and transforming emotions. Okay, I'm going to stop screen share so you can see me well. Okay, so some of you have probably heard of tapping, and others are probably like, what do you mean, tap dancing? And if you've never seen this before, it might feel a little bit goofy. It might feel like, why does this help? And without going into a really deep scientific explanation, basically what tapping is you tap on the meridian points in your body, which are real energetic system points in your body, right? Chinese medicine is based on this. And as you tap, you say some of your limiting beliefs or affirmations. These are the meridian points that you're going to be tapping on. And what that does, it loosens the grip that these limiting beliefs and trapped emotions have on your body. Whenever we have an emotion, unless we know how to process it in the moment and release it fully, we end up pushing it down and stuffing it. Like, how many of you know that you've pushed down emotions, you've stuffed your emotions, right? So tapping is going to release that. So I'm going to show you the different meridian points that we're going to tap on. So the first point is right by your eyebrow, where your eyebrow meets the bridge of your nose. So not in the middle here, but a little bit to the side. And you're going to use your right hand if you're left-handed, if you want to use your left hand, that's great. Unless you have an injury or something where you can't use your right hand, try to use your right hand. So the first point is the eyebrow point here. The second is the side of the eye, basically the eye socket right here. Follow the eye socket to the third point underneath the eye. And then underneath the nose, I like to use 3 fingertips for this one. And underneath the mouth, right there. And then what I call the collarbone point, but it's actually right underneath your collarbone, the flat surface there. And then underneath the armpit, like right in line with your nipples, right there. And then the top of your head. So you can do the top of your head with 4 fingers, underarm 4 fingers, that kind of stuff. Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to do a demonstration here, and I want you to have like a real shift right now. So if you're not in a place where you can start tapping, like if you're in public and stuff like that, you might want to pause here and come back to it later because it will really move your energy and create an actual shift. I want you to have that experience. And you can just watch me as I go through the tapping points. And once you kind of get it, just close your eyes because that allows you to get into your feeling tone a lot more than if you have your eyes open. It kind of keeps you in your logical mindset because you're looking at the, oh, what point is Mika on? And it doesn't matter what point I'm on. If you end up getting stuck on one point, that's totally fine. You can, if you skip one and you forget one, you did the reverse order, it doesn't matter. The thing that matters is that you're going to actually allow yourself to feel some of the feelings that come up as we talk about these limiting beliefs. Okay. So I'm going to pick 3, maybe 4 or 5 limiting beliefs here and do the demonstration. And I'm going to guide you to feel the feelings and any sort of memories that might come up by me saying these feelings, by me saying these, statements. And if you're coming from a place of law of attraction and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be saying all these negative things, it's going to make it come true. Like, no, as long as you're tapping, it's actually releasing it. So go ahead and get deep into that. Get into the feeling, like you want to finally feel it so it can leave you. Okay. So you're not going to create more of lack mentality by saying these things as you tap. Okay. So we're going to start right now. So tap on your first point, the eyebrow point. You can take a deep inhale and exhale. And then the second point on the side of your eye, you can do 2 or 3 fingertips as you tap. Deep inhale and exhale. And then underneath your eye, deep inhale and exhale. And then underneath the nose, you're going to repeat after me. Actually say these things out loud as you tap. When I think about money, and then underneath your mouth, I get really scared. I don't like thinking about money because I know that when I make money, it just goes out so fast. I can't catch up. I can never catch up. And I need to work hard to make money. And I'm working so hard, working like a dog. And I never make enough. Every time I think I make enough, it feels like it goes right out the window. And when I think about how that feels, I feel and I want you to feel what's in your body. Is it like a tightness in your throat? Is it like a pit in your stomach? Is it a sinking feeling on your chest or shoulders? Just go ahead and feel that as you're tapping. Oh, it doesn't feel good. It feels like contraction. It feels like tightness. It feels like heaviness. I don't like this. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of working so hard. I'm so tired of feeling this way, of feeling defeated. And you know what? When I think about it, and this is where I want you to remember something about your past. I watched my mom or dad, parents, I watched them work so hard. As a matter of fact, they used to say, money doesn't grow on trees. You got to work hard. You got to earn your living, right? You got to be, sorry about that. You got to be worthy of making a lot of money by working hard, proving yourselves, right? Like whatever it is that came up as far as your memory goes. Just describe that memory to you right now, to yourself. This is what she said. This is what he said. Or maybe it's something like, when I think about taking risks and investing into myself, I don't feel like I'm worth it. Maybe in your past, you tried taking a risk before and you failed. And there was this feeling that came over you of like, oh my God, why did I do that? That was embarrassing. I feel ashamed. What's wrong with me? God, I hate that, right? Why did I ever do that? I'm never doing that again, right? If you ever feel like I'm never doing that again, that is a vow. It's a really strong vow that you made with yourself. So keep tapping and notice if there's anything around that, right? I'm never doing that again. Or maybe you've watched somebody make a lot of money and then unfriend you, or that they didn't have the time for you, right? Or they changed. They went from like being a really good person to all of a sudden they were all about like handbags and cars and, makeup or whatever, right? Like, not that any of those things are wrong, but it just wasn't something that aligned with you. And they kept going with like more money, more money, more money. And you're like, gosh, like, does this person care about me or other people at all? Yeah, money corrupts. Money's the root of all evil. And if I make money, that's going to make me evil. That's going to corrupt me. Like, how many of you have had relatives that got into a fight after somebody passed away and there was an issue over inheritance, right? That might have been really traumatic for you. And you're feeling like, oh, that's disgusting. I used to love these people, but now I can't stand them, right? Like, if anything's coming up for you, I want you to just keep tapping. Just notice how you're feeling in the body. Ugh, yuck. Money corrupts. It breaks people apart. I used to be family with these people, but they're no longer family for me. I can't even talk to them. Just horrible, all the drama that was caused, right? So keep tapping as you're feeling that. Just get into your memory and take a deep inhale and exhale. And I want you to say this. Even though I've had these experiences, this does not define who I am. Even though I have all of these thoughts, this is not actually who I am. I have a choice in who I'm becoming. And money is energy. I can use it for good or I can use it for bad. Money is the perfect amplifier. If I'm a good person, having more money makes me more effective at doing good things. And I'm releasing all of these beliefs that no longer serve me, that are no longer for me. And I'm stepping in to a new era for myself. I'm here to expand. I'm here to get playful and curious about what money can do for me and how much I can make. And this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to make more money. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. There's an abundance of money all around me, all day, every day. So go ahead and take a deep breath. If you want to just go through the tapping points to get to the top of your head, that's a really great place to end it. And exhale. So your home play for today is to try a tapping session on your own. So this is what I want you to do in preparation for it. First, I want you to write down, how do you feel about money and success? Write down 3 to 5 limiting beliefs that you feel are really pertinent to you. And then think of a memory that's associated to the limiting beliefs. and dive into that feeling and the memories as you tap. And as you tap, you get to say all the ugly things that you want to say. You can say, like, money, you betrayed me, or mom or dad, how dare you tell me this, or how dare, my teacher say that I'm this horrible person, whatever it is. I just want you to really get into it. The more you get into it, the more emotional you can get while you tap, the more effective it is. And if you don't get emotional, that's okay. It's still working. Just trust the process. And the last thing that I want you to do is to get with the person who invited you here to let them know that you did it, that you did the tapping. So tomorrow we're going to get more into the how to have a successful affiliate business that's not about pushing products. It's not about making a list of people to prospect, and it's not about doing sleazy sales. It's time to discover the best way to market online so that it's in authentic alignment to who you are. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.